fill in some of the blanks here and tie all this together than none other than our top income earner, and that is Mr. Brian N. Bean.
We made it. What's up, big guy? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, listen, I know you had a big weekend this weekend. Yeah. You and Damo, you all were out with Roger Grant and at his event. So if you can, Brian, kind of tie some of the things that maybe I've talked about together, if you would, and then tell everybody about this weekend. Also share with them, how do you like the new leadership bonuses, buddy?
Oh man, okay, that was a mouthful. Let me start at the beginning. The performance bonus. Let's just go ahead and work up to Roger, right? Let's work our way up to Roger, and then I'm gonna work from Roger back down to how you can get to Roger. Okay. So the performance bonus is unbelievable. I haven't experienced it because we just hit the switch. But if you guys understand something, believe it or not, I want you to write this down. Comp plan dictates behavior. The comp plan dictates behavior. If we were in a binary, that basically means when companies sell you on two legs and all you got to get is two, which is a lie, then you have a lot of false dreams and false hopes and false narratives, because one leg will never, ever, ever catch up with the other one. How are you going to promote exponential growth, but at the same time, you have this other leg that can never catch the one that you need, and it's kind of tricky. So there's a lot of infighting in binaries. If we had a breakaways promote that you keep people down, because if I get promoted, I break away from your commissions. You understand? If we had a matrix, then people tend to cheat a little bit and put fake people in fake spots. And I've been in all these different things. If we had a volume or a product-driven company, I've seen people actually purchase volume. So they're on stage looking like one person, but their paycheck actually was purchased. Their commission check was purchased with product. What's my point? Comp plan dictates behavior. The reason we don't have a lot of infighting in MWR, and the reason we don't allow a lot of BS in MWR, and the reason we are focused is because the culture and comp plan demand that the person that's working the business is going to show. So if a person is at level 1 and their business is paid for, notice I didn't say free. I understand 3 and free, and I get the narrative, but I like to say your business is self-funded, then our retention is what? Sky high. If we help enough people self-fund their business, they automatically become 2-star. You just need 3 people to self-fund their business. Now they're running and pushing and going every single week for the $300 bonus. Now that doesn't sound like a lot until you multiply 300 times 4, then add $600 as a minimum to your $1,200. A person with 12 people, anywhere from 12 to 24 people in their team, can make $800 a month. Now, come on, y'all. This is when it gets serious. Okay. Now, if a person is going for the 6 in their organization, not under another person who also qualifies, but that's going to bump you up to star level 3, which is where these coded bonuses kick in. Guys, I've had a 4-figure per week pay raise. I've had a 4-figure per week pay raise since the inception of the level 3 coded bonuses. On my check, I see 70s, I see 80s, I see 70s, I see 50s, I see 40s, I see 30s, I see 20s, I see 100s. It's unbelievable that every day you get paid 2 times. You get paid as they join your team, and you get paid for your daily guarantee. And as of today, we get paid every week for the people who get paid on the daily guarantee and the daily pay. And you still running, chasing people. You still asking your family to support you. You still, newsflash, there's no business where the family is responsible for it being open. There are a million businesses where the family is responsible for it being closed. Brian, I don't think they heard me.
No, I heard you.
There's a million businesses where the family is responsible for why it's out of business. But I guarantee you, every dry cleaner, every daycare, every lawn care business, every restaurant, If the families are the only ones that ate burgers every day, the restaurant would be out of business. Strangers build your business, not family members. So you're telling me with everything we have in the compensation plan that can pay you twice per day and once per week, you still chasing the same people, hoping that they catch a vision that they'll never have because they've never experienced what you have experienced. So I'm not training tonight. Hey, all I know is this. The compensation plan today, the addition today, means that MWR basically just started all over again. People say, how? Think about it. If there's a new bonus in place, there's a new behavior that's going to take place as a result of it. So if the new bonus kicked in today, Brian, I act like we just started all over again today because somebody, yes, you watching you and you, somebody has to be the person to say, hey, I got a 300 this week. Okay, Brian, I know I'm going for it. I know I'm going for my first 300 this week. People say, Brian, how you make all that money? Why you worried about $300? Easy, because I want to maximize every ounce that the compensation plan has to offer. Number one. Number two, how are you going to talk about the power of it and you didn't get one? But I'm not training tonight. All right. So Brian, you ready? Okay. So check this out, dog. I'm smiling from ear to ear because I've been in Dallas, Texas. Brian, you want to add to that performance bonus? You good?
No, I can't add to that.
Okay.
Perfect.
They cascade. All I'm saying, guys, is the company just started all over again today. So let's go for it. All you got to do is go for it. One person per day in your team, not under another ED2 who also qualifies, because that's his, right? When you sponsor people and they sponsor people until they hit ED2, they're hitting your weekly bonus. Now, why is that important? Watch this segue. Why is that important? You need to get as much money as you can from this compensation plan, eliminate as much debt as possible, lower your taxes as often as possible to create the qualifications necessary for you to experience Roger Grant's knowledge. Let me tell you guys something. I've been attending seminars my whole life. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on specified knowledge and education in personal growth, self-development, and finances. That's my expertise. Well, I thought I knew about it until this weekend. Personal growth and self-development are definitely an area of expertise. But when I tell you Roger Grant and the Trust My Assets division elevates your finances like you would not believe, there is a new level of money that 99.9% of us, and the only reason I'm saying 99.9 is because they say there's never 100% of anything. But this I can promise you, if you're 99.9% pregnant, you are pregnant. Okay? If you 99.9% anything, you are it. I guarantee you 99.9% of the people on this Zoom have no idea of the level of expertise that we have to get to in order to become extremely wealthy. He has it. If Roger Grant was the only person and only service that your membership had, it would be enough. I don't speak like this about a lot of people. If that Trust My Assets component of your membership was the only thing your 149 covered, it would be enough. I haven't seen a person in 25 years that's fun, that keeps this information informative. My flight left at 5 a.m. that morning, left to go to Dallas. That means I had to get up at 2:45 a.m. My flight landed at about 8 o'clock. I went straight to Roger. I didn't blink, and he spoke from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. I had 2 hours of sleep and was not tired. Brian, what are you getting at? Let me tell you guys something. It's 2 things you better never do. 2. Don't you ever cancel this membership. Don't you even think about canceling this membership. If you cancel this membership, you have given up on your entire family's legacy. If you think about canceling this membership, I want you to, now y'all know I joke a lot. Y'all know I love to joke. I love to have fun. I have no problem getting on Zooms and on stage having a good time. I'm not playing with you tonight. If you cancel this membership, I want you to gather everybody in your family. Everybody. Go get the kids. Go get your spouse. Go get your husband. Go get your wife. Go get your siblings. Go get whoever lives with you and say, listen, I just made a declaration. We always gonna struggle. we gonna be broke until broke do us part. I'm canceling my membership, and just know I've given up on making wealth real. This component of your membership is the epitome of what the company name stands for. Now, Brian, what you getting at? All right. Ms. House is right. I got a 10 o'clock Zoom I got to do. Listen to me real quick. I went out and bought a whole notebook. Y'all see this notebook? This somebody gave me this, right? I collect little journals and notebooks. I got like 30, 50,000 notebooks of things over the past 20 years. I went out and bought a brand new notebook and just put Roger Grant at the top, trust funds at the bottom, and all his notes in the middle. I'm going to give you 5 takeaways, just 5, from what this brother taught this weekend. And they're just basic one-liners. Now, y'all know when I grab these cards, those that follow my brand, when I grab these cards and I start throwing them, you better watch out. That means I'm really serious about what I'm saying. I'm going to give you 5 one-liners. And you just tell me if what he's saying makes sense and why would you cancel? Oh, the second thing. 2 things you better never do. Don't you ever cancel, and don't you chase another prospect. Don't you chase another prospect. If they knew what I knew and what you're going to know, the more you get to know this guy and the more you get to see his knowledge and his heart and his passion for people learning this information and his charisma and his ability to convey the message without being arrogant or looking down on you as if you should know this stuff, he's heaven sent. Don't you ever quit, and don't you chase another person. I'm gonna give you 5 bullets, just 5. 1, trust funds have been around since 1776 to 1913. IRS has been around from 1913 to now. Which one do you think wealthy people still abide by? Trust laws or the IRS? And which one do you think was put in place to control your finances and make sure that you never understand the trust fund? Let me say this again. Trust funds have been around from 1776, Declaration of Independence, to 1913. 1913 is when the IRS was basically established. Which one do you think wealthy people to this day still abide by? You think wealthy people abide by the IRS, or you think wealthy people abide by the statutes or the establishments or the teachings that the wealthy people from 1776 to 1913, what they were abiding by? Just food for thought. That's like saying penicillin's been around since 1950, 1960, but Eastern medicine, so that's basically pharma, big pharma, but Eastern medicine has been around 3,000 centuries. Which one do you think you should look to if you get really sick? Just asking. Just another Roger quotable. Show me an area where the masses are doing anything, and I'll prove to you that it's wrong. Show me an area where the masses are doing anything, and I'll prove to you that it's wrong. Think about it, y'all. Everything that most people do doesn't work. But see, the problem is because most people are doing it, and because me included, you included, most of us are usually most people, it takes a certain person to get you to step outside of most people so you won't end up like most people. If most people in America are buried in debt, and most people in America don't have enough to invest, and most people in America are unhappy with their finances, why do you still have a 401k? Look, I'm not judging the 401k, but just another Roger quotable. All a 401k is hope. Woo. And an IRA too. let me just be clear. I'm not here to teach you about finances. I'm here to shake you up a little bit so you can say, why Brian acting like this? We never really seen him act like this. He's never thrown his cards at us on an MWR Zoom before, because I want to give you some wake-up calls so you can get serious about your consultation and qualify for the consultation. What's qualifications? I don't know, but you'll know when you fill out your intake form whether or not you qualify. And the good news is, if you don't, we got a comp plan that'll get you there. All a 401k is hope. Oh, which leads me to this one. If the IRS has a code attached to it, it benefits them. If the IRS has a code attached to it, it benefits them. 401k, IRS code. IRA, IRS code. W-2, W-4. W-9, 1099. Right? Schedule C, Schedule K. 1040. If the IRS has a code attached to it, it benefits them. So why do we have a million IRAs and 401ks? Because the man told you, if the masses are headed in that direction, I can prove to you something is wrong. I just went and took all my money out the bank. Okay. Okay, I got two more and I gotta go. The goal, now let me explain this before you jump the gun. The goal is to have $1 million house and a 6-figure car, but qualify for food stamps. He didn't say use them. The goal is to have $1 million home and $1 million car, a 6-figure car, but qualify for food stamps. And that's not a quote from Roger. He was saying he heard somebody say that one day and it resonated. That means on paper, you look like nothing. But you have $1 million home and a 6-figure car, but on paper, you could still qualify for assistance. That's the goal, and that's what wealthy people actually do. But they have foundations, they help in their community, they got $1 million house, they got houses overseas, they got $1 million cars, but on paper, they qualify for food stamps. How can you do that? Easy. Own nothing, control everything. That's what a trust does. Rockefeller told you that. Learned a lot about him this weekend. Last one. Why would you let someone or something advise you on their funds when they're $1 trillion in debt? Oh, wait, that didn't go far. Okay. Why would you let someone or something advise you on anything financial when they're $1 trillion in debt? How are we letting the U.S. government tell us what to do with our money? Get your 401k, get your IRA, and let me pull up the debt that you have again. How much money do you owe China? How much money do you owe Russia? How much money do y'all owe everybody? Oh, but the money that they get is from us. The banks don't have any money, and the only money they get are from those of us who give them the money, then they go make the money with our money, then tell us what to do with the money when they're not even doing what they need to do with the money. Brian, let me tell you something. Look, shout out to Ike as well. Let me tell y'all something, man. This 1-2 punch of Ike, I didn't even know they knew each other. Of Ike and his partner with the Debt to Wealth program, parlaying you directly into what's necessary to go see Roger and avoid, not evade taxes, which is your biggest expense. And the more you make, the more they take. This 1-2 punch of these guys and this comp plan putting you in a position to invest with Ike and then protect with Roger, it ain't nothing out there even close to this. It ain't nothing out there even close. For 149, I think sometimes we listen to prospects so much that even you start believing 149. I don't know, it is a little steep. Now, you've been talking to the wrong people. You will never quit this membership when you see this guy speak. I told him, look, I'm flying you to Atlanta. to do it just that weekend again for like my whole family and my friends and everybody. And he's going to make a special guest appearance on my next event coming up. You got to know that if you aren't where you want to be financially, there's a lot you can learn. And this is the man that ultimately everything we do will take you to. So I started at the beginning, now I'm at the end. You're working this business to build some assets to protect. You're working this business to start a foundation to create wealth through perpetuity. You're building this business so that you can pass something to your children while you're here, not when you leave. And if you don't understand that, you'll continue to chase people, you'll continue to beg people, you'll continue to persuade people, and you'll continue to try to induce people. And that's not something that wealthy people do. All right, Mr. House, I appreciate it, man. I'm excited. I can't wait to see him again. He is lights out, and you have created one of the best strategic alliances, Mr. House, you ever will have in this business with Roger Grant. What he did in Vegas was nothing. Nothing. Okay, I'm telling you, nothing.
Hey, I love it, and I'm going to just say this, Brian. I don't have a cue card, but that's right.
You got to throw something, man. He's just making me throw all my cards out the way.
No, listen. No, I totally agree, and I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I've told you this already, and you know it, but I want everybody else to know it. The final pieces of the puzzle for Make Wealth Real happened the day we signed that contract with Roger Grant. That is the final piece of the puzzle, because when you get to that point, you are on a path, on a trajectory that just continues to grow and grow and grow and grow. You can't stop it.
Yes.
You can't stop it.
Yes.
And that's a path, and you said it, Brian. Roger says it. You know, that's a path that 99.9% of people will not ever be on.
Never.
If we don't bring them the information, they will never know about it.
Never, man. He has set a new standard for what a strategic partnership looks like. He's like the person that anybody else who knocks on MWR's door and says they want to do business, are they at Roger's level? Like that. He has made it very difficult for anybody else that claims to be an expert. You better come with the serious knowledge, because we now have a gold standard. And just to see he and Ike and the Debt to Wealth program, and we tightening up the chats with customer service, the new bonus this week, the stop wasting these experts' time. If you miss 2 appointments and it's on you, there's gonna be some consequences. We gotta scale, guys. We gotta scale. And there ain't nothing in place to hurt you, but it's something in place to weed out the people who are serious and those who are just tire kicking. And that's what we got to do as we grow, man. And I salute you.
Yeah. Well, hey, I salute you. I appreciate it. Couldn't do this without you. And well, we could do it without you, but I wouldn't want to do it without you, Brian. Let me just put it that way. You know, I'm blessed. We're blessed that you're here, and I appreciate the way you tied all this together and just your insight on it. But I'm going to add this too, Brian, real quick, is that we're getting ready to come out with a comp plan training that I want people to realize we're meeting people right where they are. Okay. And we talk tonight, what you laid out about Trust My Assets. There is a process that we take people through to get them to that point. You know, because I know there's a lot of people on here that are saying, I don't have $20,000 in assets. We'll help you get there. Okay. I don't have $70,000 a year in business income. We will help you get there. You have all the pieces in MWR to get you to the point that you can get to the Trust My Assets. That's the whole point. That's why that is the final piece of the puzzle. Once you get there, you're unstoppable. You're just unstoppable, period. Okay. So I'm fired up, Brian. We got a lot of stuff that we're doing. Appreciate you being on here tonight. Next week, I hope we're going to be rolling out our comp plan training. There's some stuff in there that I stole off of you, Brian, that you're going to see. And I created a 3 weeks to 3-star executive director, and I want you to see it. But it's impressive. But it breaks down how by doing that, you hit every portion of our compensation plan. You capitalize on every bit of the money available to you to that point. And now you've opened up the final piece of the compensation plan, which is our leadership bonuses, by hitting 3-star executive director. And I know you did it in record time. We've had several people that have been able to do it in 3 weeks or less. And we want everybody to have that roadmap so that they can see exactly how to accomplish it. And it's their business. They can do it in 30 days, 3 months, 3 days, 3 weeks, whatever they want using this this framework. But at least you have the roadmap for it, so I'm excited about it. But with that, guys, go have an amazing rest of the week. You got extra money on the table, okay, for doing the same thing we've already been doing.
Absolutely.
Now you just got more, okay? Don't leave it on the table. Take advantage of it. If we're going to give it away, you might as well get it, So, and that's the other thing I'll say about this, Brian. I can't wait till Saturday, because people are going to be shocked when they have people on their team that have 5 that pick, and they need that 6th person to hit that performance bonus, and they're picking up the phone trying to get them on a live or on a Zoom or something, or getting them to watch a presentation so they can get that 6th person. Guys, this is going to do nothing but help every single one of your organizations grow. All right. So I'm excited for you. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Brian, thanks for being here. Gerald, thanks for being here. Martina, appreciate you. Guys, have a great rest of the week, and we're going to get back at it. All right. See you guys. Have a great night.